Welcome, welcome. Here we are today live streaming with Justin Haynes from the Justin 10H. Oh my goodness. Jus10H
There it is.
brand.
There it is. There it is.
My name is Anina. I'm the CEO and founder of 360 Fashion Network. I'm so delighted to bring Justin Haynes to the stage, live streaming across all our partner platforms. And today we are going to talk about your brand and a secret new project that you have coming up that you will be launching at the Digital Fashion Online Summit. Justin, please introduce yourself for all of those who don't know you yet.
Well, thank you, Anina. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me. How are you? My name is Justin Haynes. I am CEO, founder of Jus10H, where I specialize in men's, women's, and children's clothing. I am an international designer. I have been doing this for over a decade now, so I'm delighted to be able to launch this new project at Fashion 360 Network at the Digital Fashion Online Summit.
So Justin, what I found interesting in our past talks is that you come from a totally offline business and you were, kind of forced to go online last year like everyone in the pandemic. And I thought it would be really exciting if you could share a bit about that experience and what it did for your brand, just going online.
Well, going online was a total surprise and something that I had to do. Let me just say that I've never streamed a show in my life. I think Andrew did one streaming of a show, and that was back maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But I didn't think anything of it. Like, it wasn't anything like Andrew's been live streaming for a while, but I didn't think anything of it. So I've always done live shows. And then when the pandemic hit, I had no other choice but to follow in this digital technical world or just kind of wait around. And it wasn't a point of me waiting around. I had to do something. So I usually have a yearly show where I release my fall winter collection on my birthday. So I was like, how do I do this? And, I have to do something soon. Fashion Week, I went digital. So I was like, I have to do something digital too. So I did two shows back to back. The first one went so well that I did my second collection that I had just lingering around. I put that out like maybe 3 weeks after, and I reached over 10,000 views. So there was a whole untapped world that connected to my brand that I knew nothing about. They didn't know me. I didn't know them. My Instagram skyrocketed. So did my Facebook, but of course Facebook has a limit. But Instagram, like the viewers from overseas, Arabia, Saudi Arabia, um, just everywhere. I received so many follows and likes and comments and inquiries about my brand since I've been virtual. So it was definitely something that I was afraid to do, but I did it, and it's been amazing.
Justin, I'm very curious. I mean, you've done fashion shows, all the major fashion
I hear
shows,
you.
and you've done all the major fashion shows. Can you hear me now?
I think you kind of
Oh my
muted.
goodness. I'm not. Let me unmute. Can you hear me now? Hear me now? Oh my goodness. So many audio problems today. I'm very sorry, but we can hear you. So why don't you tell us about your project?
All right. Well, we're having some technical difficulties, but for me, a little bit about me. Like I said, I specialize in men's, women's, and children's clothing. So I am a designer. I am a tailor. Um, I started. I am from Springfield, Massachusetts. I started 10 years ago. Um, this has been a journey of a lifetime. It was a childhood dream of mine. From the childhood dream, kind of steamed to all of this. And I'm so excited and thrilled to be doing what I love, doing my passion, doing my dream, working in something that I take to heart. So about the project, um, we are doing a live kind of interactive film. It's actually going to be super amazing. Um, Anina from China um, has her digital summit, and I actually ran into her on Clubhouse, and she connected with me and wanted me to test um, this project. This project, when I tell you I've never done anything like this before, to bring tech, fashion, and the digital world together is totally amazing. So, what we're doing is I have an interactive fashion film that will release next Sunday. Um, Andrew Maxwell created the concept. Of course, I created the clothing and the storyline, but the whole feel of it was all Andrew Maxwell. And this is going to be very different. I'm very excited to see your views, and I'm very nervous to see your views. But we're going to take you in this wonderful world of photo shoot, what I love. I love taking photo shoots. I love taking pictures. I love submitting to publications. I love it. So I took you behind the scenes in that world, and we're going to make it interactive where you get to choose that final look that gets shot and submitted. It's going to be pretty cool. Why do I think it's the future? I don't think we're going back into a world of fashion where people are going to be live and hands on. I believe that that will be a part of it, but it will not be the main part. It's important for us to stay in this realm because it is the future, because it's so many untapped people that we're reaching. And also, too, why would anyone want to go after being able to film and watch from the comfort of your homes, devices, iPads, big screens of your home and see the same experience? Why would they want to go back? I believe this is going to be the future. I only think that it's going to evolve and you be able to do more with it and be more creative as you go. Besides, Anina said, just walking down the runway you know. And then after that, what is it? You see some marketing, you see some publications, you see some press, and that's it. Here, you can build memories. You can have this in your memoir as something interactive and something that you can share with everyone. I think your sound's back on. I hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I sure can.
Oh my goodness. Well, my question is will you keep innovating and incorporating technology even though things happen that you can't control, etc.? How do you see, technology becoming a part of your brand in the future?
No, I see it remaining in my future. I don't see it being a part where that's going to dismantle. I do know that, when the world opens back up, when there are live shows, I will not just embrace the live show. I will embrace digital as well as technical fashion because that world was one world that I'd never tapped into. Now that I'm tapped into it, I'm not going anywhere. It's a part of who I am. And I believe
I
that it
will.
should be a part of of designers and anyone in fashion too as well. Just take it from me. I believe that it's something that we should all embrace.
So that's my key question is I've been doing technology since 2000 when I, came up with all of these ideas of the future of, avatars to mobile gaming with fashion to virtual shopping to blogging to interactive films, etc. These are things that I did between 2000 and 2012, to be honest. Like
Hmm.
this is like, not new for me, and I could never find fashion brands that wanted to use technology. And you were like that. You were all offline. Why did tech not register in your radar? Why did it not enter into your idea sphere? Is it because everything was just going well?
Everything was going well, and plus for me, it was just nothing that I'm not a tech guy. Let me just say that I'm a fashion guy. So like for me, it wasn't anything like I ran to. Like I let somebody else take care of the technical side. But for as you got to remember, as for designers, and anyone in the creative world, anything that begins to add on a little bit more for us, we tend to tune that out. If it doesn't relate to us, we don't want anything to do with it. So that was just for me another area that I had to worry about outside of sewing, outside of building the collection, outside of, the lights, the cameras, the photographers, everything. That was just another piece that, you know, people are going to see it. I'll invite people. That's it. We'll do it with pictures. But now that I've done it and that I had to do it, I'm never going back. It was just something that I didn't have to do. But now that I have to do it, I don't believe that I will ever go back to just an untapped world of not digital or streaming or any of that. I would never do that.
And now of course, there's this big
It
phase of
sounds out
three.
again. I think when you keep going in and off the camera, it does that.
Okay, then I'll have to type you my question again.
Wonderful world of technology, guys.
Experimental tech. um,
Things are 3D and digital. Where do you see that part? I think that's something that I would have to get into as well. I believe that that's something that's going to be the next level. But I believe that for me, I have to start somewhere, and I think I need to start here. Starting here will bring me to the next 3D, and then evolving to the next and to the next. I think we have to start off slow. You got this is something that we've just put our hands into, so we want to be able to grasp all we can in the first level, then take it to the next and the third. So I'm all for it. I just think we gotta ease into it. Film and fashion always. Can you put the question back up again? Film and fashion always friends talk about storytelling. All right. Storytelling. I believe having a story is very, very, very important. Even, it was a little harder to have a story in a live show. Let me just say that. Because, walking down the runway, unless you had a created scene, on the runway, you really couldn't tell the actual story. And I believe like a lot of emerging designers are unable to, build that scene sometimes because we go into bigger costs. However, this is a better range for you to build that scene because you don't have so much overhead. And I believe every collection, this is just me, every collection should have a storyline to it. That just brings the customer, brings the client in, and it brings everyone into the world of your creations. The change from just being your brand to having to having to build a relationship with your customers. I believe that's 100% true as well. You have to actually now, outside of focusing on the brand, this is a technical way for you to build a relationship with your customers. You've got to do that. And you'll be able to build a even better relationship with people who aren't in the same area, city, town, state, country. You'll be able to do it abroad. I hate that you can't interact with me. Maybe you should go out and come back in like you did before. With interactive film, you give the control over the viewers. How does that feel? Well, let me just say this. Very, very very nervous about it. I'll tell you that. When you go from, you know, creating something and just making them watch it, it's what you've done. Now you go to another world of creating options, and then that final ending to the story is in their hands. It's very nerve wracking. However, I believe it will help people trust your brand a little bit more and be more involved into your brand. I believe for them to have a hand in creating the storyline and the ending of it, I think they will have a better perspective and a better appreciation for what you do because they've actually done it with you. If that makes sense to everyone. All right. Well, I want to invite everyone, next Sunday. Next Sunday, we will not have these technical difficulties. We're going to be on point. But next Sunday is my live launch unveiling. It's going to be amazing. We've worked long and hard on this. Anina's been up late hours of the night. I have. Andrew's been up. It's still up right now, putting things together. We are going to launch this. This will be launched at the networking party next Sunday, March 28th at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Digital Fashion Online Summit. It will also be live on my website. It's going to be huge. I'm excited to see the people that come to view it. If you come and view it, you'll be able to talk one-on-one with me, ask questions, do all of that. It'll be me, it'll be Andrew, Anina. Everybody will be in the room. We want you to be there too as well. So come, join us, and ask your questions. And I want your input. Give me your input. This is something that's going to be huge. I believe, she had another interview. This hasn't been done in years. I mean, years. Like, I'm the first to bring it back. And this is absolutely amazing. And thanks to you, Anina, I am glad to be able to bring it back. And hopefully it stays and lasts this time. Thank you all. Thank you, Anina. We want to see you there. Make sure you're there next Sunday, this time next week. Yeah, I'll be on my way to launching. We'll be good to go. Thank you all.